Hey, what are you doing, Maynard?
Whoa, I was just thinking about going down to that pickle and boot shop.
What's that?
Well, it's a place where you can go and get all your pickle and boot needs met. It's run by a nice fella named Joe Yerke and another little fella named Reese Roper. Who used to be in a Christian ska band.
What's that?
It's the devil's music.
Come for the pickles, stay for the boots. All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Pickle and Boot Shop.
But this is a special bonus edition.
Is it?
It is. You guys,
Is this only for the paid?
this is only for paid
So
people.
everyone's going to think I'm awful. Because here's the
Yes,
thing, guys.
That's a goal.
People believe. Here's how much people believe the ridiculous stories you tell about the Supertones. You ready?
They do.
Yeah. So I have listened to only one episode,
Okay.
and I listened to the Supertone story. It was the one of Joe in a diaper, right?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
never.
Which Five
Never-
Iron did to him.
Five Iron
Yes.
did to him.
Yeah, we
That was-
actually
Oh
did
my
it. He
gosh,
was just
you actually
telling.
did that?
We actually
I
did that
actually
to
did
Joe.
that.
Yeah. Because here's
that
the thing.
whole story was true,
I
other than
was
it was Five
listening-
Iron and not you.
I was listening to it saying, this is so far-fetched. What moron would believe that someone would do this to another human being? So I was like, okay, this is clearly, good job, guys. This is clearly facetious. You're not damaging my reputation. Jason Carson, the drummer of the Supertones, calls me. Did you listen to this? I was like, yeah. He's like, did that happen? I'm like, you fucking moron. Are you serious?
You were there.
You were
Did you
there. I was like, this is a band. I once wrote a lyric that sat on my butt for 5 hours. The song Jury Duty. They made me change it to slept on my desk for 3 hours. I couldn't say butt on a record.
Oh,
And do they
dude.
actually think that we had a grown man in a diaper on the stage?
It was Five Iron. That whole
We
story
did it.
is
Yeah.
true.
Right.
It's
and
just
so,
Five Iron instead of
so
you
I
guys.
can't, if Jason Carson thinks that may be true, then the credulous public, and I'm sounding like a character I was playing now, surely would believe that we would do such a thing. And all the other, I haven't listened to the other episodes, but I
Oh
assume
my
that
gosh.
they're equally
So yeah, we had this
Asinine. Yeah.
pacing.
long going thing where we're like, let's just tell crap stories about the Supertones, and then eventually we're gonna have Matt on. And I had
Yes.
I
know,
had
I remember
texted
you
you and was
actually-
like,
You called me. I remember the whole conversation of you. You asked me if it was okay, and of
Yeah.
course, I'm always good for
yeah, but
a long playing gag like that. It's great.
we thought we were gonna do like 20 episodes of this, and it just
Yes.
kept going, and so then we'd
100.
like forget.
I can't believe people listen to it.
I
It's
can't either.
amazing.
It is
Matt, here's what's
100
nuts.
episodes.
We've done 100 freebies. We've done another 80 or 60 paid. So people
It's
paid
so
for
much.
this
People are
shit.
paying.
People are paying for
Feel
this.
guilty about
Yes.
Not
Yes,
at
I
all.
do. No, I do. I feel very
right.
guilty about it.
I felt guilty when we had, and I don't know if this has changed. I keep wanting to change it, but I don't know if it has or not.
Yeah.
I felt guilty when we had different tiers.
We apparently we still do. Somebody
Oh,
just
see.
pledged $20.
Oh man,
Like people pledge up to like $50 a month.
really? They
For
want to
this
hear the two of you
Drivel. Yeah.
talk about God knows what.
It's ridiculous.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Matt, being a man of the cloth,
Yes, sir.
you would be appalled by some of the stuff that is talked about on this show.
Oh, it's disgusting.
It is horrible.
Yeah, highly inappropriate.
Matt, what? So tell us what you've been doing though. So you moved to my hometown, not my true hometown, but where I
I
put in
know.
roots,
You're,
Denver.
you're from Steamboat, correct?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I've been in Denver now for 12 years, ever since I graduated from seminary. I went and after the band, worked random manual labor jobs for a while.
Okay.
Let me interrupt. Were you in seminary while in the Supertones?
I was not.
Because I always remember like guys in your band on laptops doing what I thought I had heard someone said that you guys were doing schooling while on tour.
Probably some of us. I wasn't. I didn't know what I was going to do, and so I just I was first a house painter, then a landscaper,
Wow. Dude.
then did house demo and just whatever I could. I was newly married or newly remarried, I should say.
Mhm.
I've been married now for 19 years.
Really?
And how many kids do you have?
I have 5.
Jeepers.
What ages?
My oldest is 16 and she'll be 17 in just a week.
Nice.
I have a son who is 15.
Nice.
A 12-year-old daughter, a 9-year-old daughter, and a soon-to-be 6-year-old daughter.
Oh, that's awesome.
This sounds planned. It's like 3 years.
We
did this?
planned for 4.
Okay.
The fifth was a surprise.
But
We
still,
call her our bonus baby.
all right.
yeah.
That's awesome. So
Yeah,
then,
it's great.
Yeah.
then you went to seminary
That's right.
when you were still in Southern California.
No. I actually moved to Nashville after my divorce in 2000.
Okay.
And so the last few years of the Supertones, we broke up in 2005. We're in Nashville. I got remarried. And it's funny to say remarried because like I was married for like a year and a half before. And like my wife is like, we've been together 21 years, married for 19.
Jeepers.
And so,
Yeah, I have the same issue. Like I was married for 15 and then I got remarried for a year and a half and then that ended in divorce. So it sucks that I have to say that I've been married twice because that second one it was never it was awful.
I'm sorry, Joe.
That's all right.
I didn't know that actually.
Yeah.
I knew about Reese, but he doesn't tell me anything about you. He's,
Yeah.
not
Yeah.
like, hey, by the way, check in with Joe.
I was like,
Yeah.
Sorry, man.
I
That
think
comes
Joe
from
was
Reese.
saying something. I can't remember. It's
Joe
Joe was saying
I think
something.
Joe was-
about being
Joe
alone.
was going through some like hard time. He said, I don't know, I wasn't listening.
So yeah, so I went to grad school. I went to seminary at Covenant Theological Seminary in St. Louis,
Okay.
which I did without an undergrad. That's fun.
What?
Yeah, I never got an undergrad. The Supertones got signed when I was basically right out of high school, and we went on tour when I was 19 years old.
How did that work? Did they make you like work at a bachelor's degree or?
No, I started on academic probation. They can take 2 people a year.
Okay.
But if I got anything lower than a C, I was toast. I was out of there.
Really?
And if I had if I had lower than a 3 point or a 2 point, what's a C? 2, right?
2. Yeah.
2. If I had lower than like a 2.8 or something like that, I was.
I don't know how you guys are getting numbers out of letters. What are you talking about? What's a C at 2? What in the heck does that mean?
in grade point average terms.
What in the
Oh
world?
my gosh.
You guys like talking about
So-
like magic.
So anyway,
It
my
is magic.
first call, first pastor job, I should say, because not everybody knows what a call is, at a seminary was to Denver. I worked at one church for a brief time, and then at another one that was really good for like 3 years.
Yeah.
And they sent me out to plant. That was almost 7 years ago. And so I've been at that. We started a church called Grace and Peace here in Denver. And that's what I've been doing. And now I'm working on doctoral studies.
I think the church that you planted from was a church that Keith and I used to go to, right?
Denver
We took it?
Presbyterian?
No, maybe I'm wrong.
No, I don't think
It was
so.
like a Reformed Pres church.
Yeah.
Okay.
It used to be like Masters or something like that.
Yes.
And then it became L2?
Yes.
No.
Yep. Yep.
L2?
It was like
That's right.
across from East High School.
No. Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, I know the building. It's not there
That wasn't
anymore.
you.
No, that wasn't.
No, that's
I didn't
prime
work
real
there.
estate. They can't have a church there.
No, there's a church there now.
Oh, there is?
Yeah, the Heights.
Okay.
Really nice church. Really,
Okay.
really good people.
All right.
Yeah.
So Matt, did you find it like you being in the Supertones, did that help you like so on a smaller scale, the Insiders, we called it quits. And then I started working for the Salvation Army as like a youth director. I wouldn't say youth pastor, but it was like youth. Yeah. So it was like youth director type thing. And it was, I basically got the job because they were like, oh my gosh, you're in the Insiders. You must know what's going on with the youth of today. so did like being a Supertone, or when you went to seminary, was it like nobody cared who the Supertones were, or did it carry some cachet?
None of the professors knew about the Supertones at all.
Okay.
Some of the students did.
Okay.
And like, some of the professors are like, oh, my kid.
Yeah.
Your band. But I don't think I got any like advantages from it.
No. Have you found since going around, since from Southern California to Tennessee to Colorado, do you find you're running into people and people are like, wait a second, were you any of that stuff?
Yeah, that used to happen. It hasn't happened in a really long time. Every once in a while, like I was officiating a wedding for a couple at my church, and like one of the bridesmaids was like, "Oh my gosh, it's Matt from the Supertones."
Oh,
like,
really?
I was like, "Hey,
Yeah,
you want to know
it's great. I'm glad
if you-
people like it."
Yeah, if you listen to this show regularly, like you'll hear me tell these stories. But when I left, it was so new that the Insiders being done. So say back in like the early 2000s,
Mhm.
that around town people would see me. Oh, weren't you in that band? Then 20 years passes. My kids get into all my old merch.
Yeah.
So my girls, there's not a week that goes by that my girls don't wear something. They have high school teachers that were like, oh my gosh, we used to go to your dad's shows.
Oh, you know what? My kids get that a little too. Yeah.
Yeah. And my daughter last year at camp, she was at a church camp in the summer in Wisconsin, hurt her wrist, goes to the hospital. She's wearing an Insider shirt, and the doctor comes in and is like, Insiders? What do you know about the Insiders? And she's like, oh, my dad was the lead singer. He's like, are you serious? He like checks her chart and he's like, Yerky. So here the doctor is, and my daughter comes back and tells me, she's like, yeah, Dad, this doctor's like fanboying out on me, about you. So that stuff does still happen.
Not a ton. Honestly, most days go by, I don't really think about it.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
You're not.
No?
You're not thinking about Scumania 3 yet.
Yeah.
It's coming.
You don't-
3 is not.
You don't
in the
wake up
offing,
and have your coffee and just think about the Supertones all day long. I mean, does it come up like, so for like the longest time, I didn't like going to shows because, every night you're at a show when you're on tour.
I still am there.
I love going to shows.
Do you
I don't
really?
go to
See,
many.
I
don't go
I
to
do
many,
now,
but I like
my
it.
girlfriend that
I've
I'm
always
with. My girlfriend that I'm with, she's freaking amazing. We met at a concert, the first concert that I went to, and
What concert?
they have it here in Michigan. It's called the Hoedown, and so it starts off. It's the kickoff of like the.
You
big
didn't really want to
summer
answer that
concert.
question, did you?
Yeah, yeah.
Like, you were hoping it was
Yeah.
wishing it was like a cool show.
No, it's a big. Well, it is a cool show. It's a
Gathering
big
of the
country.
Juggalos?
Yeah, it's a big country festival, and so we
Oh,
met
you
there.
a country guy?
I enjoy country. I enjoy
All right.
the only music I don't like is
Ska.
like that early 90s like R&B, like Belle Biv DeVoe, Boys
Oh.
to Men.
What?
Not a fan of that, and then I
That
can't
is
stand disco.
What
I
about
can't
Another
stand
Bad Creation?
BGs.
What about Casey and JoJo?
No.
What about SWV?
I can't get into that
Come on.
I can get behind that.
Yeah.
Just not
Yeah,
Bobby
no.
Brown.
No.
No,
You
man.
don't like Bobby Brown?
Dude, he
All right.
look
that's
what
fine.
he
He
did
killed
to
Whitney
Whitney.
Houston.
He killed Whitney.
Look, I can separate the person
Oh, okay.
from the music and say the music was good.
Okay. I still don't
Like,
like his music.
That's fine.
I'm listening to a podcast that is doing that what you just said with Michael Jackson.
Okay.
It's tough.
It's called Think Twice, and it's a podcast. How do you separate the musician and the great music from that the kid stuff?
Never
It's
proven in a
fascinating.
court of law. That's how you do it. Just like
Yeah, okay. Yeah. Yeah, Barry Bonds never took steroids either. And Roger Clemens' arm got huge from just doing it in a barrel of rice, right? No steroids. Do you guys ever, because we're all like the same age, do you remember that growing up that like Roger Clemens, they always talked about him like doing his hand in an arm?
No.
No?
I really was just into basketball.
Oh, really?
Yeah. The Angels just didn't give you that much to root for most of the time.
yeah.
But you weren't, and so you were like a Lakers or Clippers guy? Like a SoCal
So you were a
basketball
super
guy?
Lakers guy.
His wife is texting him like, end this now.
Is everything okay?
Oh yeah, it's just a fumble on picking one of the kids up from the group.
Oh, okay.
But everything's okay now.
This is why
They
you've
just
been waiting
went
so
up.
long.
I went
They're
up
like,
after
Hey man, I gotta go.
the crisis had passed, so I was no longer needed.
Oh,
Oops.
that's no good.
It's no good.
Yeah. You're like, oh, I just got this text. I got to pick my daughter up. Oh, and that came in to me 45 minutes ago.
Exactly.
Yeah. How far away from where you live is the church or where she needs to be picked up from?
About 12 to 15 minutes.
Oh, okay.
Is it your church?
No, we actually do a joint youth group with another church
Oh, that's cool.
because neither of us have enough youth to make one youth group, but together we can.
Okay. How big is your congregation?
We're just like 110 total.
Nice. That's what I like. When I was a kid, I went to a church that like there was like 300 kids in the youth group. And the church, it was a big church. It was before mega churches, so it was just a big church. But we had a ton of kids in the youth group, and you were just like lost. It was like you were at school again. And then I met Nate Sjogren, the Insiders drummer. And so I met him sophomore year in high school, and his parents were pastors at the Salvation Army. And so then I started hanging out with him, going there, and that was like a youth group of like 16 kids.
Yeah.
And so it was awesome, like going from this huge youth group and then a big church to a congregation of 150 people and 16 in the youth group. I loved it.
Great.
Like everybody in the youth group
real
hung
meaningful.
out. Yeah.
You could actually know each other. And
Yeah,
have
you
a
can't
community.
hide. You sit in your youth group room and you're looking at everyone, like if you sit in the round and whatever,
Mhm.
and you're looking
You
at
can't
everyone.
hang out in the back with your wiener out.
Yeah, you can't.
Got to be out in front of everybody.
Yeah,
All
you
16
can't-
kids.
You can't be in that second to last row on the bus heading out to
Is that,
church camp.
We're getting an insight into young Reese Roper here.
Yeah,
Oh man.
with this 4 foot long ponytail.
It was 4 foot long. As long as you're gonna do it, My Little Pony.
Hey, they
So
call me.
Matt,
Yeah.
tell us. I want to know about how the Supertones started. Is this a
You
dumb
really?
thing?
I want to know
ask?
how they
No,
broke
tell me.
up.
Okay, I want to know.
Well, how we broke up is pretty prosaic. We just declined in popularity because
Yeah,
of
like-
emo.
Well, that like Scott was out, and then like people just kept dropping off. Like it was
in terms
like
of bandmates, yeah.
yeah, like
Well, I think we had like 31 members total.
did you really?
Yeah, from the beginning.
Did
Holy
you
cow.
Even when we
seriously?
were at our peak, people would cycle out. I don't know. Maybe there was something wrong with the system, of like.
I mean, because we
didn't
had a
like
lot of
doing it.
people, but man, I thought
Yeah.
we've probably had, I don't know, off the top of my head, I maybe want to say like 15, 16 different members. But
Yeah.
I thought we would have won that. Like I would have
No,
thought that you would have had less.
Like, look at it. So we lost 2 guys: our sax player Dave, and
Dave Chevalier.
and Kevin Slim, the
Slim.
guitar
Mhm.
player. They both left the day we find out we're in like Billboard position.
Oh wow.
As we broke, those guys both left the band. Dave wanted to join the Dingies,
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
and Slim wanted to stay home with his girlfriend.
Dude.
Didn't want to tour anymore. And
That's
so
why
it's
they
like,
left?
Yeah. Yeah. And so it was
Really?
like just as we were taking off like a rocket ship, these guys are like, we want out. We're like, oh my gosh.
Yeah, I remember.
Fun,
I feel
guys.
like we
What are
could
you
make a
doing?
living at this.
I remember Dave bouncing to the Dingies, but I didn't know that's why like Slim left. I thought like he was going to like college or something.
No, no,
He was
nothing
just
is
like, you know what? I think sitting home playing video games is better than the future of this little outfit.
this. Yeah, exactly. Well, okay, so we started. So, I became a Christian when I was between 14 and 15, and almost immediately, like I knew one other Christian.
Right before you lost your virginity. Dang it. Where did Joe go? For
Let my dog in. I'm right here.
Jeez.
So,
Okay, keep going.
So me and this other guy, the one Christian I knew, he invited me to church.
His
It's
name
the
was
first church I'd ever
Jesus.
gone to. His name was Jason, not Carson, different Jason.
Okay.
Schmarson.
And we
His name
were
was
like,
Jason Schmarson.
we were into
It was
like
weird.
we were into like punk rock and ska and stuff like that. And so I was like, hey, you know how we're Christians and we're into all this? What if we did like that style of music, but Christian? No one's ever done this. Right. We thought we were like inventing like Christian rock music or
Yeah.
whatever.
Yeah, same thing here.
Didn't know it already existed. You thought the same thing.
We thought the same thing. Hey, have you heard of the Mighty Mighty Boss Tones? What happens if we did that, but Christian?
I know, right? That was it. Yeah. And so anyway, we started a band that then we didn't have a drummer. And so Jason Carson was a friend of a friend. Jason Carson, the eventual drummer of the Supertones. And we started that band and we played together as that band for a few years. And that guy left. And then, Tony, the bass player, joined. And we cycled in and out, a few guitar players.
What was that band called? Saved?
Saved.
Yeah.
Yeah, we wanted it to be clear. We were worried. We were worried that somebody might not know that we're Christians. Hey, just in case you were wondering. And so anyway, we got really nowhere. We were in that Southern California scene, and we were just kind of not very popular. And so we switched it up in 94 and we changed to the Supertones and started playing ska.
Were you playing ska then, or was it punk?
Well, in the band Saved, it was kind of an eclectic mix. Ska was included,
Okay.
but we were like, we're pretty good at this. And when we play this one ska song we have, people really like it.
How big was ska at that moment?
In SoCal,
Yeah.
it was undergroundy.
All right.
No Doubt was out there, and they were kind of like in Southern California. No Doubt was a big draw. Like
Yeah.
No Doubt at that point could pull like 3,000 people to a warehouse somewhere.
Okay.
But they hadn't broken like nationally. But they
And
had an album.
They
out.
were also ska at that point.
They were pretty ska at that point, and Fishbone was out there, right? And like, we knew about the Boss Tones, and we had
Op
a lot of
Ivy.
those
Did you
groups.
guys listen to Op Ivy?
Skeletons.
Op Ivy is the band that kind of introduced me to. Yeah, the Skeletones were around. I learned about ska. A friend took me to see the Selector in 1991 on their comeback tour. It was great, and I was 14.
Yeah, you're the most legitimate of the three of us because you had heard the Selector.
Yeah.
I still love the
91.
Selector, man. Yeah, and that was it. Like I got really into the specials and I didn't know that there was like a Southern California ska scene. I was listening to the English stuff.
Yeah.
But no, I was into that for a while, and the other guys would kind of listen to it some. They liked Op Ivy,
Yeah.
and so we decided, hey, we it seems like we do ska better than we do most things, and so let's just play that. So we went and got horn players and changed our name wisely to the Supertones, and they were like, what if there's another band called the Supertones? I was like, well, just call it the OC Supertones. There's surely not we know that much. There was no internet back then. So it's
Was there another band?
Research. It turned out there's a New Jersey surf band
Yeah.
called the Supertones.
Yeah.
But
They never tried to sue you guys. You just did it preemptively.
OC Supertones, we just didn't want to even tangle with it.
Okay.
And also, we were proud of Orange County. We were trying to rep it.
Did you get a cease and desist letter like from DC Comics for the Supertones for the Superman shirt?
Could we keep that quiet?
Okay.
No, we never did.
Oh, you didn't? Because
No.
I remember
Thought it was enough different.
You,
We were
well,
like,
then
it's
you
not
kind of
exact.
changed the shape of it,
Yeah.
but you never got one.
Listen, we never thought we'd get further than local shows and so.
Yeah, same.
Right.
We had like a
And so-
Converse Chuck Taylor shirt that
I
was like
remember.
Combat Chuck. We
I know
did
that
get
one.
a cease and desist letter, so then we changed it.
Yeah,
Stop
because
selling
we were never,
Really?
we never thought it would
Yeah.
be like a thing that we would have to worry about that. You know, we were just trying to like get some love in the Southern California scene, which was considerable at the time.
See, you guys bootleg major corporate logos. We bootlegged our local Teamsters union logo, and at one
That's
of our
the thing. You really don't want to mess with them.
and in one of our shows, this dude came up to Nate who's wearing it, and he goes, "Did you get permission to use that logo?" And Nate goes, "Yeah," and the guy goes, "Cool. I'm gonna buy one of those after the show." Like we never got permission, but
It was a wise lie.
yeah, people here in Detroit liked it.
That guy would have blessed you with a shovel.
Yeah.
In a
Seriously.
Yeah.
swimming pool of cement.
Hey, you got
Yeah, you're using the Teamsters logo.
You got any shirts
ain't
back
paying
behind
no
the
money.
stage? Sometimes when you get behind stage, you feel the grime on the back of your neck. Then the next thing you know, you're sleeping with the fishes. I don't know what any of that
Incredible.
meant. Yeah, thank you.
Joe, I think that you missed your calling.
Yeah, I'm sure I
You
did.
could have been an enforcer for the Teamsters.
Maybe.
There's still time, Joe.
Maybe. There is still time.
Still time.
And these baby soft hands could probably use some toughening
I know,
up.
right?
Maybe.
Well, yeah, so that's how the Supertones started anyway.
That's rad.
Pickle and Boot Podcast brought to you by...
Now,
Super toes.
did you? Because I have a bunch of questions. I wrote down a bunch of questions that I wanted to ask you. Did you ever? Because I thought this was true. Did you ever open for the Pope?
You played at World Youth Day.
Yeah, so I guess that's true. So yeah, it was the Pope John Paul II. It was his
Jeez.
pastoral visit, 99
To St. Louis, right?
to St. Louis. That's
Yeah.
right. And so yeah, we were one of the bands that played inside. I think it was the Kiel Center. Is that the hockey arena there? Right?
Yeah.
I think
It was
inside
probably
the
called
Kiel
that
Center.
back then. Yeah.
You would know.
No.
You went to school there.
I didn't go to hockey games there. I was a seminary student. I didn't have any money.
You were like a goaltender. Come on.
But yeah, it was us, someone else, and then DC Talk played last. And then like, I thought the Pope would be like in attendance hanging out. He was not. After all the bands played to mixed responses, the Pope came in the bulletproof
Yeah. The
guy,
Pope-mobile.
like a bulletproof golf. It was like a golf carty thing
Yeah.
down the middle, and people went nuts. Like they couldn't have been more excited. And like all the Pope had to do was show up. We were sprinkling a sweat,
Yeah.
and Il Papa,
You were skanking
gets
it,
up.
women.
he just gets up, sits down, and does a speech.
Yeah.
And people are losing their minds.
Yeah. He could have
Dude,
farted into the
we got-
microphone.
We got like decent applause.
But you gotta
Yay,
see.
Supertones.
You gotta see him.
But you didn't
Yeah.
get to meet him. Like
I
you
did
didn't
not
walk
get to meet him.
backstage and he was like, "Good job. How's the crowd?"
No, we did not have any access to the Pope, and he was not in the building while we were playing.
Jeepers.
In my theological studies, I've read some of his writings, and I actually think that dude was pretty fantastic.
yeah,
Yeah, I really appreciate his writings.
that's
What about the
crazy.
new one?
Pope Francis, I don't know much about.
Yeah.
Okay.
I just knew you. I think he used to be a bouncer, and he like rides
right?
like the bus to work.
You know, John Paul II was a resistance fighter during the Second
in
World
Poland.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
War. He
Yeah.
was sabotaging Nazi jeeps and stuff. It was great.
dude,
wow.
it's cool.
Yeah,
Pope Francis was a biochemist, which is
is that right?
that's not quite as punk rock, but pretty cool.
I'm
yeah,
impressed.
the Jesuits they have to have jobs.
He's a Franciscan.
Is he?
Yeah.
Are you sure?
Pretty sure?
Okay.
Maybe not.
He went
Maybe
to
he's
seminary, Reese.
You know what?
He knows a thing or two
Yeah, but
about
I
God
don't-
people.
I don't know what
About God people.
Catholic Church. I could be wrong. Like I'm sure that people are furiously Googling right now.
Yeah.
That's wrong.
No, believe me, they
Maybe
don't.
I think he's Franciscan because his name is Francis.
Maybe. Hey,
Because his papal name is Francis.
on a related note, do you remember touring with Roper? Pope John Paul died. We all had a Pope John Paul party.
I don't remember that.
We made martyrs and we were like honoring. It wasn't to make fun of him. It was like
Good.
we had. Well,
Well,
this is what I
don't
remember.
I remember being on tour with you, but I don't remember the
never
Pope.
associated.
I think
with
you were asleep, and then everybody
I like to
who
go to
was in
bed
your
early.
band said you slept like this, like you looked like a mummy.
That's untrue.
And then he
we
just
I'm a
didn't
side
woke you up
sleeper.
because
He
we
just
wanted to see
rose
it, and
up.
it was
Really?
not true. Yeah,
Yeah,
it was
no, I'm
not
a side
true,
sleeper. Yeah.
dude. I believe it now.
Yeah.
Then I was like,
It might have been my
I
Hey
gotta
Boy.
see this.
Have you guys seen the Weird Al movie?
Yes.
That's where I got the
No.
Hey Boy's from that. Oh my gosh, it's great.
Hey boy,
A Hey Boy.
is that
that movie is so good.
is that
I
the,
love
the
that
like
movie.
new one that came out
The new one with
with
Daniel
Harry
Radcliffe.
Potter? Yeah.
Daniel Radcliffe shredded, like buff and shredded playing Weird Al. It's really funny.
It's
Weird Al
so
wrote
good.
it.
You haven't seen it,
No,
Oh,
Joe? It's amazing.
I wanted
really
to, and then I heard that he wrote the movie, and then he wrote a bunch of stuff that he wished had happened and didn't really happen. And so, like at that
Yes.
point, I'm like, oh, so it's not like so that
it's
kind
not
of
a-
turned
no,
me
it's
off.
not an actual. Did you guys know that Weird Al is a committed Christian?
No,
Yeah.
are you kidding?
You know what?
Yeah.
I kind of thought
joke.
so over the years, just
How
because
did you
of
hear this?
I heard him on an interview with Terry Gross.
Serious?
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
amazing.
Weird Al's Even Worse is my first record I ever owned. I still
Yeah.
have it.
yeah.
It might have been in like
Cassette
my first
tape.
3, but
Love
like
it.
Dare to Be Stupid, still like one of my favorite albums.
Even his stuff as
a
of
legend.
late, like he did the Robin Thicke song "Blurred Lines."
Yeah,
Mhm.
I haven't heard what he did with that.
Oh, that
I'm
like
sure it's great.
it's better than the original song. So like the original Blurred Lines, like you can't really sing with your kids because it's a really a vulgar song. And then Weird Al did it, and it's freaking great. And like yeah,
I bet.
his like recent stuff is still fantastic. He's still putting out good stuff.
He's
Yeah.
amazing. You got to watch that movie, Joe.
Yeah, Joe. It's very, it's really worth it, especially if you're a Weird Al fan.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I could see if someone wasn't like into him and didn't like his humor, but I loved UHF. You guys remember that?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yes.
That's fantastic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So my kids somehow watched the Weird Al movie and they were like obsessed with it. They would watch it like every day.
How old are
And
your
then
kids now?
8 and 12.
Oh,
Then they watched UHF and I was like, this is going to be, they're not going to like it. And they loved it. And then they started watching Pee-wee's Playhouse.
they
I
are
was so proud.
chips off the old block.
I know, man. I was so proud. I was like, I didn't even have to be like, hey, want to watch this thing I used to watch? They're just like
My gosh.
into it.
I love it. I don't know what it is, but I love it when my kids like something that I like.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Grew
for
up-
sure.
Something that I grew up liking.
And the
Just
thing is,
something
when
about
you don't bring it up, like there's nothing that like warms my heart more than like my kids. They'll be talking to their friends, and then they'll say something like they'll be like, "Oh yeah, Mighty Mighty Boss Tones" or Blink 182, and like
Yeah.
they'll say something or talk about something that they like, and you're like, "Yeah, they got that from me," and I'm not forcing
My
them.
kids even my young ones get indignant when someone wears a band t-shirt and doesn't know at least 3 songs.
Oh yeah.
It's so cool.
Yep.
Yeah, I didn't tell them that.
Yep.
No, it's so cool when it happens organically. You're just
Yeah.
like,
It's like, yes.
I'm at work one day.
Pour out your judgment.
Yeah, I'm at work one
Pour
day,
out your contempt.
and my youngest.
I feel the hubris growing within you over your musical taste, child. Oh, what evil you were unleashed on the world.
I'm at work one day, and my daughter calls me, and she's like, "Dad, what's the name of the Beastie Boys first album that everybody likes?" And I'm like, "Oh, License to Ill." And I'm like,
Paul
"Why?"
likes to.
Yeah. And I go, why? And she goes, well, I got to start listening to it. So when you play it in the car, I can sing along. So then it got to the point where she knew all these songs. So just like you just mentioned, it was time to buy her a shirt. So I got her this awesome Beastie Boys shirt. So she'll like rock that at high school. And it was proud dad moment.
They're the best, man. Yeah, that was good
awesome
stuff. Real good.
Yeah. So Matt, kind of a serious question with the Supertones. With the Insiders, when we started the Insiders, we started it with, we had like a big mission and a purpose behind it. We weren't just kind of like just kids getting into a band. As I've grown up, depending on what season I'm in my life, I've either loved the Insiders or hated the Insiders. And now I've kind of come to that, almost with this podcast, I've come to that, I've had that William Shatner moment where I've accepted my past and I love and I enjoy the Insiders and what we've done. Have you gone through any of that, or did?
Sure.
So back to the beginning of my question, we had like a mission. Do you feel like, did you put the Supertones together for a reason? Do you think you fulfilled that mission? And how do you think about that?
And how does that lead into Skullaleluia 3?
Yeah. How does that lead into the three of us?
I definitely think that we were, you know, you look at the former members of the band and like 3 of us are pastors. Right.
Yeah.
And so, you know, from the early days of when I first became a Christian, I was very, very interested in like, you know, expressing that through song and telling people about Jesus. And so that was the mission. We thought, you know, hey, it's a platform to tell people about Jesus. Now, I think I've grown in terms of my understanding of like, is that a necessity? Must every Christian do that? Right. I would say, no, of course not. Right. Like one can glorify God just by not necessarily always through evangelism, even though that's a legit way to bring glory to God. But, you know, a dog displays the glory of God just by being a dog and doing doggy things, right? It's part of God's creation. You know, like Psalm 19 says that it's the night sky pours out God's testimony, not through words, but through displaying God's, you know, work in creation and character. And so, you know, it was kind of like well, you know, is what we're doing legit then? Right? Like, should we be like evangelistic and all that stuff? And, you know, we're no strangers to that debate that was going on in the Christian music world of like, hey, if you're not overtly Christian, is it legit? Right. And of course I came to the other side of that where I'm like, yeah, you don't have to be blatantly Christian to glorify God and be a musician that's honoring the Lord. But I had kind of something of a discomfort with it towards the end of the band. But I had an epiphany on my last show.
What was the discomfort? Like just that you didn't feel like you should be evangelizing, or you were more pulled towards the art of it?
Yeah, like, you know, for much of the band, it was there. Our show would stop, and there'd be like 15 minutes of like
Jason Carson
singing worship music and like a mini sermon.
Yep.
And so after you know, we shifted away from that towards the end of the band. I would still, you know, hey, this song is explaining a song and sharing in sort of smaller, more in the flow of a concert.
Yeah.
Right. And not doing like worship tunes, except tunes that we had written ourselves. I felt very much more comfortable with that.
Yeah.
Even when we got back together, we did the old thing, but I guess I've always been somewhat uncomfortable, just like busting out "Shout to the Lord" or whatever during a tone show. It's not evil. I don't know.
Yeah, it's just
feels.
It is. It's weird. We
it
talk
feels
about
incongruous.
Yeah, we talk about on the show like because over the last 6 months, the Insiders have gotten back together and we're doing like this reunion show.
Oh yeah,
for Furnace Festival. And so 5 Iron did it last year. The promoters of the show used to be the 90s Christian kids. And so they bring in Christian bands kind of as little reunion shows. This year, Goaty Hook is there.
Oh, nice.
It's like us, Goaty Hook, 90 Pound Wuss.
90 Pound Wuss.
Yeah.
I haven't thought about them in a long time.
Yeah. So
I don't think they've thought about them for a long time.
So it's been interesting, like getting back.
Have you taken a shower yet?
Oh, I hope not. I hope not.
I hope not.
Yeah.
I hope there's some mushrooms growing down there.
Yeah. So what was it, psilocybin or something like that you get from mushrooms? I don't know.
I don't know anything about that.
So that it's been one of the things that, getting back into it, getting back practicing. We've had a couple of shows that we've played as kind of warm up shows, but it is that wrestling. Like I feel, because for me, my faith is stronger than it's ever been. I absolutely believe in Jesus Christ. I believe in every word of the Bible.
Say it.
Say it. All of that. And so It's weird though, coming back and doing it and the old routines, just like you said, like you would stop and do a sermon. I would probably say at 70% of the Insider shows, we would do that. Nate would come out from behind the thing. We had our Scalleluja albums. We would play that worship and stuff like that. And I find myself as a 46-year-old who's doing this, and we've played some warm-up shows, just in making the set list, I'm like, I don't want to sing that song. Like that song that I wrote when I was a 17-year-old Christian.
I know.
It's cringy. I don't want to sing that now.
Yes.
And so yeah.
I'm with you. So here was my epiphany. You never let me finish it, Reese. Come on.
I'm so sorry.
Here's my epiphany on the last night of our last show in 05.
Okay.
Whatever the answer is to that question, what we did, I know I've gotten just thousands of letters, emails, personal anecdotes about either how something we said, did, wrote, helped someone through a very difficult time, helped them through a faith crisis, brought them to faith in Christ, caused them to repent of sin, whatever. Okay, well, the rest of it's academic to me because I can see that whether or not it was a best practice, God used it.
Yeah.
And so I resolve it that way. You like to listen back maybe to the Insiders. I don't like to listen back to most of the Supertone stuff. It's hard for me to listen to it mainly. So, okay. A lot of the stuff I'm pretty proud of on the Strike Back record. And I'm proud of it as a whole because I know that we worked really hard at it and did our best.
Record. I love that record a lot.
It's a good record. Yeah. And so it's my later records that kind of bug me. Lyrically.
Chase the Sun?
Yes.
Really?
Here's why. On the Strike Back record, some of the lyrics were pure nonsense.
Yeah.
Right? It was just having fun. Okay. And then some of it was talking about my own struggles, my own doubts, my own problems and songs of devotion to God.
Yeah.
And then, after we blew up and people were interviewing me and wanting to know what I thought, I was what, 20? I was 21 maybe? I don't know what the heck, but I thought I had something to say and I thought it was important. And so I start seeing on the subsequent records more and more songs that are like prescriptive, like listen to me, I am 22, Right. And I just want to tell that young man, sit down. You don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
Right? And so that's the stuff that's hard for me to listen to.
Like you disagree with your viewpoint then, or you are just embarrassed
Or
that
your
you
delivery.
sounded like you knew what was going on?
I had the unearned confidence of a Will Ferrell character.
Yeah.
Um,
Okay. But what you
way
said
to
though,
describe it.
I mean, do you feel like it was like you're in disagreement with that now? Or
Largely.
do you okay.
So, a lot of it, like not like I haven't, like I'm still well within historic Christianity, right? I'm Orthodox, but like there was a lot of like, here's what we need to do. You do this, you do this. We all need to do this, right? What?
Yeah.
And
What album is that? on?
what part is fine? I don't know. I'm just freestyling at this point. It's impressive.
Yeah.
Very
real-
impressive.
Yeah.
I have a gift. I can't explain it,
Yeah.
Joe.
That's going to make the lowlights.
But yeah, you know, like, and it wasn't every song. Like there's certain songs from those records I'm super proud of, like Jury Duty. I think Jury Duty is maybe the one of the single best songs we did. But then there's a lot of other songs. Well, some songs I'm like, man, that just sucks. Like a lot of that. But then the stuff that I regret the most is when I was trying to be an angry young prophet. You know? And I was much better. I was much better in just sort of sharing a struggle or writing a song about reaching out to the Lord. Or pure nonsense, which, you know, was always an option.
Joe and I, so like we've been working through like on this Patreon portion where we're just going song by song, like through our catalog and talking about it. And some of it is just cringy.
Yeah.
But like, I think
your songs, I know.
Yeah, I know.
I'm kidding.
No, but like the thing I have going for me is that I did that in a band that wasn't signed. You know, like I had that band where I was like, I was that young 20-something-year-old, 22-year-old dude that knew everything. Yeah. And then we started Five Iron.
Right.
And by the time we started Five Iron, I was like, I don't like that guy.
Yeah.
And I really, we just had like one point where somebody in the band was like, write a Train of Thought song. And I went down, you know, like I was coming home on the bus from school, wrote Where Zero Meets 15.
It's my favorite. Thank
you, sir. But I was like, I can't wrap this up. Like I can't make this a Christian song. I can't. And I think the guys in the band were like, that's okay. Just tell
You know, I bet
truth.
those lyrics, right?
You what?
I bet them.
You did?
I will try and save the world. So there's a song we have called Sure Shot on the Chase the Sun record.
Yeah.
I paid tribute. Sometimes I feel like I could change the world, but I don't know where to start. Dig and come up empty.
It did not sound like you bit off me at all. Man.
I was trying to quote. I was trying to. Yeah. I've always really liked that lyric.
Well, thank you. I just feel like that was a really early gift for Five Iron that I was like, now not that I didn't keep
because you're
a couple.
You're not old, but you're a couple years older than us.
I just turned 50.
Right, just a few years older. But
you look the same, by the way.
You see the gray beard?
Yeah, it's getting a little gray.
It's getting
I shaved today. It's like all
are.
gray almost.
Yeah. Matt, how old are you?
I'm 47.
Okay,
47. Mm-hmm. 3 years older than you. Joe, 46.
46.
Yeah. No, I mean, but this is the
how old are you again?
Shut
50.
Up. This is a conversation I keep having with Joe.
I get it. You're ribbing him.
I
get it now.
Read this article.
A little good-natured fun.
What?
I read this article. This doesn't even matter. I read this article with William Shatner, and he was talking about how Patrick Stewart had totally changed his outlook on Star Trek. And that, like, Patrick Stewart was an actual Shakespearean actor. He was in Dune. He was in all this stuff. And William Shatner, they were at some Star Trek festival and getting paid enough that William Shatner was going to like, okay, I'll do this. Exactly. And Patrick Stewart was there, and Shatner's trying to talk shit about Star Trek to him, and Patrick Stewart is not taking the bait. He's like, are you kidding? Do you see how meaningful this is to these people?
Mhm.
Like, this is what a gift. What an amazing thing that we got to do this. And it totally changed it for William Shatner, who really felt like that was like his
Across the
Achilles
bear,
heel.
albatross.
Yeah, like I
Yeah.
had to. How am I ever going to stop being Captain Kirk? Into being like, wait a second, this
I get to be
is
Captain Kirk.
so significant culturally. It's so significant to so many people, and like,
I don't think we touched Star Trek, any of us, but
no, but like,
Yeah.
so many people really had meaningful points in their life around
Indeed.
the Supertones and at your shows.
totally.
You know, it's real easy to just be like, yeah, I was in my 20s. That stuff was dumb. Or like to give into the thing that like I think we all felt like we were expected to manipulate people. Like that was part of the culture. You get up there, do some worship songs, do preach, do all this stuff.
Yeah.
And not that that stuff was bad, but like we could see the fakeness in being expected to manipulate people.
Yeah, the expectation
Versus-
part of it was weird. I
Yeah.
will say we were always real sincere about it.
Yeah.
Like there wasn't a, oh, I guess we got to do this now. It was like, even though I felt somewhat uncomfortable with it, right? Like it was never like oh, well, we better because that's our brand.
Right. Or we're getting paid this much. We
Right.
gotta have an altered call.
All right, you guys. Well, hopefully this has been our 100th episode and 100th bonus episode. I don't know what this is, but all I know is we're triple digits now for podcasts that we've done. We want to thank Mojo so much for this, for taking the time out. I know he's a busy fella. And I kind of feel
We've
like,
been totally dogging on the Supertones for 100 episodes off and on just for this inside joke. And it's hurt. At times you've been like, it's just been like, gosh, do we have to keep doing this?
yeah,
We thought it was only going to go like 20 episodes and then we let the cat out of the bag, but
Yeah.
it didn't work that way.
and then this became our therapy.
yeah. But like,
We thought we were going to talk about our music for 10, 20 episodes, and then this became our therapy, so we kept going.
yeah, but it's so good to like have that off our chests.
Yeah.
Like we don't hate the
We
Supertones.
don't hate the Supertones. We love those guys. We love Jason Carson. I know Jason Carson came on the show, but I still think Jason thought he was on the show as like a butt of a joke. I feel like Jason was on the defensive the entire show, and he wasn't. I feel like he was like, are these guys with me or are they against me?
We did explain to him. We're like, hey, we're going to do this.
Yeah, but I don't know if he was like, if he took that seriously. But
Yeah, I want to have him back.
yeah, for sure. But the Supertones, we were always good friends with the Supertones. They were always great guys. They were always great, like men of God. And when you talk about bands that you toured with, were they the same people on stage as they were off stage? Those guys were. I did want to get into one thing that shocked me once, because when I was in my youth, it was still in that, like, I was still in that just out of youth group and touring phase. And so there were parts of me while I was in the Insiders that still had youth group brain. And when I say like youth group brain, it was like thinking people who drank or smoked were like bad people. And I'll never forget, like after a show on like Ska Mania, I saw a bunch of the Supertones and they all had cigars.
Oh, really?
And I was like, oh, they're smoking cigars. If the fans knew, you know, they would, all their albums would be burned. And like now I'm like, man, I wish I had a cigar right now.
Yeah.
You know, so like that was always funny to me. But what a great group of guys.
It would have been scandalous, I think, back then.
It probably would have.
Who cares?
Yeah, exactly. But it is funny, like Mojo's take on the podcast, where like we go back and live our lives 30 years ago, when it's actually quite the opposite.
He is dead right.
So, I think our first 10 episodes were doing that, and then I think we did realize that by doing what we do, we have moved on. You know what I mean? Like we talk so much about the compare and contrast from back then to where we are now. I mean, even, you know, just listening to your thoughts on things each and every single week and how they've changed and, you know, refined and things of that nature. And for me, like I said, I wanted to tell Mojo and let him know, you know, that he had talked about how he was more embarrassed of the stuff later in his career. For me, it was the opposite. Like I went from like regurgitating what I heard my youth pastor say to then living life experiences, being challenged in my faith, doing those types of things, going through divorce. And then when you're writing albums after that, where you're no longer writing about, you're not regurgitating what was told to you on Sunday youth group, but you're writing from the heart because of what you've experienced and what you felt. The stuff that I wrote later, Sinner Songbook, Soundtrack to a Revolution, those are albums I can actually listen to because I am proud of them.
Yeah, we'll get to them too. You got to talk about.
So those earlier ones are tough to swallow, as I always talk about. But that's it, man. So you guys, hopefully you've enjoyed listening to all of this. This has taken tons of time on this Tuesday night or Wednesday night that we're recording, that we cut out for you guys to be able to give you hopefully something special as a good 100th episode. So you guys, thank you so much. Thank you for any penny you contribute. Thank you for every time you click play. If you've ever given us a review, if that's all you can do to say thanks to us, is give us a 4-star review and say something nice about us, tell a friend about us. That'd be fantastic. We thank you so much. We love doing this. I think we would keep doing this even if nobody's listening, even if it's just me and Reese being friends once a week, just talking, recording it. We would still do this.
It's true.
So,
extra special thanks to Daniel Rock
for
taking on editing this episode, but our other episodes, and making us sound legit.
And then doing lowlights and then just running our social media, putting funny stuff out there. And he's got wife and kids and a life and all of that. And so Daniel, thank you so much. You don't get the thanks from us like you should, and wish we could do more. I mean, we probably can. I want to say, but we wish we could do more.
I want to say thanks also to Kevin Brennan for doing the bootleg merch, for everybody that's helped us, all you guys for patronizing us,
for yelling at us about mousetraps, for giving us something to talk about.
Yeah,
it's
been so cool.
Yep,
and that's why this has to be our last episode. No, we'll keep doing this.
Oh, that would have been awesome if we would have just done that. Like leave it right there. Boom, cut it. And then we don't do an episode for like 3 weeks.
We just didn't do an episode for 3 weeks because we couldn't put this together.
1996, we start this.